really. That's what happened. My phone overheated like a mug. Yeah, sorry guys. So I'm gonna try to make this short. So yeah, so oh boy. Give me a second. I'm trying to go down one way and another car beat me to the punch. So yeah. But yeah, the manifesting conversation is interesting because I'm sorry, y'all, I'm a little distracted. The manifesting conversation is interesting because it's coming from a place of desperation, right? So I was being real verbose and saying a lot to say that. It's coming from a place of desperation, right? It's coming from a place of struggle. It's coming from a place of like the precarity of our current environment. And a lot of content creators are not saying that. And I'm namely speaking about the women, right? They're not saying that. They're not speaking to that. They're not saying it. It's as if they don't either know or care, right? And so what that's done is help to make people more delusional. Women, namely, more delusional, right? And so you get the current environment, right? You get the current environment. And Mr. Z's not, like I said, I'm not going to give y'all rage content or point you in the wrong direction of maybe what to consider, right? Because it's one thing to speak about the environment and say, oh, it doesn't matter anyway. Work hard and strive and overcome, right? I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. But it's one thing to say that. I can understand that sentiment, right? Like, because hey, by yourself you may not have the wherewithal so you to fight these bigger systems. So adhere to them and do these things to make yourself more better in the workforce. Just become an entrepreneur so that'll be better. You don't have to adhere to anyone's rules or any time or any of that. I can understand that sentiment. Become an entrepreneur, be the best you can be. I can get that. But these content creators aren't even speaking about the environment, right? These content creators are not even speaking. They're not even telling their subscribers about the environment. They're just pointing their anger and their ire at the current environment and situation to black men. They're just pointing them to black. You don't have this because black men are dusty and they haven't built a community. They're not industrious enough. And da 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 da. They don't want to be captains of industry and they don't want to do this or that. That's why you don't have this or that. No, it's not the uber wealthy elite hyper capitalist white men, right? No. It's not them. It's not black men are in building, right? Then you go check out some of the reports, like I said, about entrepreneurship being at a 40-year low pre-COVID. Not just in the black community, but across the country, right? So what are your favorite content creators really talking about? Right? What are they really talking about? Right? That's why Mr. Z speaks the way he does. That's what's enraging to me. Your favorite content creators, what are they talking about? Because I'm not just producing content to produce content. Whatever little bit of wisdom I have or knowledge I have, I am open to sharing it. Y'all see my community chat. If you go to my playlist, I have a social playlist. I have a political playlist. I have those. I'm open to sharing it. Y'all see Mr. Z on different people's panels. You see how I speak. But what are these other content creators talking about? Like I said, it's one thing to tell your subbies, hey, this is the environment, but you still got to rise above, right? This is the environment. Even if you were going to blame, I'll do y'all a solid. Even if you're going to blame black men, let's say you were going to blame black men regardless. Even if you're going to blame black men, what about, hey, this is the environment, this is how black men contribute to not it changing and not changing? Y'all not even doing that. For all of you that's saying, damn, Mr. Z, you give him the play. Hey, listen, they're so headstrong on black men not being ish. Trust me, they still not listening to this. They're still not going to adhere to none of this, right? Because black men ain't ish so much that even Mr. Z giving them the play, they can't hear it. They can't hear it. Right? And definitely not the big name content creators, right? The ones that FD act like didn't exist. Right? That's the problem. And for those of you that's listening, the reason why it shut off the last stream, my phone overheated, and then I ran to go get something to eat while it overheated anyway. So, you know, that's why the other stream, I don't even know, is it still going, or did it just end, or what? How did you guys know what happened on your end, right? Once again, like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat, right? But like Mr. Z said, I'm not gonna, and there's ways, there's ways you can milk money off of this system, right? There's ways you can milk money off of rage porn content, y'all. There's a lot of money to be made about black women ain't ish, like doing the same thing they're doing. Mr. Z has, like, you see the fork in the road where you're like, yeah, I'm still not gonna be a baller off of making content like that, but I can make some real money. Just video after video after video. Look at what such and such said, and look at what such and such said, and not only just speaking about it, but keeping it real micro in my analysis of what they're saying and why they're saying the things they're saying, and boiling it down to, man, you know, they're just dumb and they ain't ish. Beginning, end. Right? There's a lot of money to be made doing that. There's a lot of subscribers I can have doing that. But first of all, I don't believe it. Secondly, I don't want to do it. That's not in me. Even the stuff I cover in a macro sense, because yes, these individuals have their own personality, their own mindset, and their own lives and whatnot. I'm not saying everything is the environment and we're gonna blame everything on the environment. No. But a lot of why people sound the way they do is because of the environment. And that's why I'm speaking about manifesting and level up and this get the bag culture and all of that. It's coming from someplace, right? I'll pause right here. Y'all speak amongst yourselves. Give me a second. I gotta open this gate. But yeah, Mr. Z is back. But yeah, so that's why I sound the way I sound. That's why I speak the way I speak, because these things are bigger than just individuals. Especially when you see a thing become a trend, when 15-20% of your population is kind of engaging in this, whether they verbalize it or not, right? Whether they even know how to articulate it or not. But you see them have you see them consider things or say things or do things that speak to this. That has to do with the environment, right? They're products, they're people, they're products of the time, right? Then yeah, shout out to Spain, man. Yes, it's not just, and it's certainly not, oh, black manosphere just hates black women. No. Like Mr. Z has said multiple times, most black men in this space want to be with a black woman, right? Most black men in this space want to be with a black woman. So that's this. But what black men are running into, dating women period, but dating black women specifically, is them breaking because of the environment, but being too headstrong to admit it, and then putting all the responsibility on your plate. Putting all the responsibility. That's why they want a baller guy, to pay for that student loan debt, to pay off that car, give it back, and put them in at least a baby Benz, a baby Beamer. So they could move in with, and you could pay all the bills, and she could look cute. And the more the struggle is, the more they're going to dream and delude themselves into thinking about uber wealthy, rich men and the lifestyle those men can provide them. And a handful of them will work hard and do it themselves, and then resent the entire society because they had to work hard and do it themselves. And even most of those women still won't get to the place they envision. Right? And all your favorite content creators are just giving you rage porn. There's a handful of them I disagree with, but at least they don't give you rage porn. Nappy-headed Hoba, right? Julesy, right? Fab Socialism. There's a handful of them I don't agree with on everything, but they don't just give you nothing but, hey, level up like this and dress like that, and no. And the problem is black men are dusties, and that's why we don't have nice things, because that's pretty much what the entire black women empowerment side of the game boils down to. Black men are dusties, and that's why you don't have nice things. Go find you a rich white dude. Right? That's what it boils down to. And that's the environment that manifests, comes from that level up, that black women in luxury, right? And for the brothers, that's the environment, is the 2, 3, 4 streams of income. Because maybe if I have all this money, then maybe women will speak to me with some respect. Maybe this environment will actually treat me like a real human being. Not just black women, not just women, but this entire society will actually treat me like a real human being if I just become the richest person I can possibly be. Right? What you said, GC, majority of black women agree with that foolishness you hear from YouTubers on some level. Unfortunately, it's simply black culture in the West. Yeah, I would argue it's Western culture, but uniquely American culture. And then black people, because, you know, when white society has the cold, we have the flu, took it to the extreme, at least rhetorically, right? We can't act like white girls and Latina women and some Asian women are not on this same crap with the just outsized super fashion, super consumerist and materialistic crap. Right? And that's much of the reason why you see black girls act the way they do. You'll meet a black woman from Alabama and she got a Valley Girl accent and she's pretending and putting on, because she associates Valley Girl accent with educated, with white, and with upper class, and with rich. So she puts on, right? So it's not, that particular thing is not exclusive to the black community. Right? All of this stuff is rolled into one. I think I made this content. I'm about to come to a close. I am at work. I made this today to speak to and kind of give us breadcrumbs, because I do plan on putting having a live stream about class in the black community, or how am I going to phrase that? Class in the black community, or like much of a lot of what you heard here today, just a little bit more refined and backed up by a little bit more content that I'm going to be reading and watching about how black people found themselves here financially. I'm not just going to be talking about slavery and Jim Crow, but like the overall environment, even that affects white people and white working class people and non-black people, right? So yeah, that's what. Damn, Spain man. I looked down and read the comment. I gotta read it out loud. I saw a swirler in Walmart with her god and knew she was a divester because she was the most dolled up chick in the whole store. Yeah. Yep. Right. And we're gonna see more of that as time continues for a little bit, as things get a little bit more precarious, right? Late stage capitalism bites a little bit more and tears a little bit more, tears in a little bit more. And for those of you that hear me speak like this about capitalism, I speak like that because I want you to consider some of the dark sides of this and what comes with it, and the fact that you can't necessarily mitigate against this. That's what Xers and millennials and Gen Z are dealing with, actually, is the uber wealthy people knowing what's coming down the pike. And the way they try to mitigate against it is by telling you to go to school and go acquire 50 and 40 and 60 and 70 and $120,000 of student loan debt. Right? Them shearing the safety net and then telling you go find a gig job to go work. Ain't no more unions. Right? Or in Miami, how we ain't no more unions, bitch. Right? Comfortable 9 to 5, 40-hour work week. Yeah, you ain't gonna be no baller, but you're gonna be stable and you're gonna be able to raise children. And if your kids want to go to college, you'll be able to do that. Especially if your wife is working also a similar type of job. Y'all not gonna have the newest, nicest stuff all the time, but you're gonna have a couple of nice things. You're gonna be able to go on vacation maybe at least once every year, maybe at least once every other year. And you're gonna be able to maybe not pay for your kids' college, but send them a little something here and there when they're away for school. And help them when they get in a bind. That's what we thought we signed up for. We thought that was the social contract. We thought wrong as Xers and millennials and older Gen Z. Now we were sold, hey, no, go start your social media account. Go make some money like this. Go engage in this extremely precarious environment. And maybe you'll be one of the uber lucky ones that makes it and becomes famous. Right? So that's the environment we're in. Oh, well, that's I think that's my cue, y'all. Am I back? I am back. Okay. Thanks for spending your afternoon with me. I will speak to y'all later. Consider what I said. The manifesting, the level up, the black women in luxury. With the men, for the brothers, it's the investing in Bitcoin or some type of cryptocurrency. It's the 3, 4, 5 streams of income. It's the you got to be uber industrious. You got to work at least 60 plus hours a week. All of these things that speak to GC Z is a cop. No, I'm not a cop. I'm not a police. But all of these things that speak to the environment becoming more precarious in the way we're coping with these things. Spain man said $200 minimum first date rules. Bruh, once again, coping mechanisms. I don't want to be regular no more. I need you to buy me nice stuff, do nice things for me, blah, blah, blah. Spain man, you're not gonna bait me into staying longer, sir. You're not gonna bait me into staying longer. No, sir. Right? And now all of y'all want to come in now? Man, y'all ain't ish. Okay, I'll check it, Spain man. I'll check it. Check the PM's latest community tab. Okay. But yeah, man, y'all stay up. Have a good rest of y'all day. Deal with these people like they crazy. Okay? Deal with them like they off they rocker. You know they in the struggle. That's why they sound the way they sound. That doesn't mean that occasionally you're not gonna have to at least rhetorically put your foot in their rear end. But I don't be having the super anger for a lot of these sisters because I get it. You starving. I get it, right? That's why you sound like this insanity. That's why you sound the way you sound. This manifest stuff, black women in luxury, all this other stuff, man. You starving. Or if you're a content creator, you know your subbies and your followers are starving, and that's why you put out the content you do. So I'll end it right there. I'll pause right here. Shout out to Toya. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Mr. Z out. All right, y'all. Peace.